My goal for 2023 was to test out this new distance that was completely mysterious to me, the 200-mile distance, to see how well I could pace and race, and to really test my body in a way I had never done before. I decided to do the Grand Slam of 200s, which is Cocodona, Tahoe, Bigfoot, and Moab. Moab 240 was going to be the culmination of this goal that I had set for myself. As soon as we walked out, it hit me that I was racing, and my heart spiked, my heart rate spiked. And I started getting really nervous. Oh yeah, I'm doing this again. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go be super uncomfortable for the next few days, and yeah, just all the nerves just hit. Coming into Moab, my body was feeling the cumulative miles of racing 3 200+ mile races. Tahoe and Bigfoot were only 17 days apart, so I did 400 miles of racing 6 weeks before running Moab. I did not have the ideal lead up. A few factors were constantly nagging at me throughout this entire Grand Slam series, and it would have been really easy for me to become anxious about my training and just my energy level and the state of my body. But I believe that our minds are so powerful, and I kept telling myself, I'm gonna do the best with what I have on the day.
Got 3 minutes.
It's nothing that I can.
Nothing I can do.
Ice in there?
This sounds so good right now.
Yeah, this is good.
Good?
Yeah, this is all really good.
Check out real quick.
Thanks, you guys. Thank you.
125. Yeah. Everything. She just checked me over there. Yeah. Bye. On to the next. Yeah, I'll take it. Here's some caffeine. All right, Robert, thank you for your help.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate you being out here in this.
Be strong.
Yeah. 125 leaving.
I had 2 words for this race, and that was patience and wisdom. And I think that, these are 2 very unsexy words. When we think about strength and pushing hard and being competitive, those are 2 overlooked traits. But I think there's a lot of power in being patient. If I'm gonna have any chance at winning, then I need to humble myself and do what I've set out to do.
Good. Let's go, Sally.
I've been eating so much food.
Oh,
so,
good. Your
yeah.
stomach's feeling good?
How many miles is it?
Next one? About 12?
Hi. So glad to see you. How are you?
I'm good.
Glad you're here. You look great.
What's up, Leo? How are you? Oh, it's good to see you again. Yay. Thank you for being here.
You're still being patient? And
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I am. I'm doing so much, a lot of run, walk.
Cool.
Just
Well, you're moving really well. I mean, geez.
All right.
We're coming up on 15 minutes.
Shove it straight down.
It sits in the middle of the chair between the foot.
Thanks, you guys.
Let's go! Go get it, ladies!
So for Moab 240, I chose 4 pacers, which would be the most pacers I've ever had for a race. I couldn't think of any other way that I wanted to do it. I didn't want to run out there by myself. And the people that I chose to pace me were very specific people. So the first one was Sarah. Sarah is a phenomenal athlete. She's the champion of Cocodona 250. She's a professional trail runner and has a very balanced, calming, peaceful personality and just presence. And so I felt like she would be the perfect person for the beginning of the race to pace me, because I didn't need like a hype person or someone to get me like fired up to be racing here. I just needed someone to keep me centered and to keep me not pushing too hard in the beginning. But Sarah is also an incredible climber. And some of the toughest climbing was in her 50-mile section. I just couldn't think of a better person to come out. She knew what my goal was too. Like, we're not racing right now. It's totally fine that we'll probably end up getting past. But I was fine with that, and I needed to be patient with that. I knew if I tried racing in that moment that I would be giving away energy and my strategy for what I wanted to do later in the race. Sarah kept me very relaxed. She kept me very focused, and we just had fun. Like, she was great conversation. She's just a fun person to be around and just to have conversation with.
Hi guys, welcome. Hey.
Okay. We don't have sleep, but I do have cots in the med area.
Mr. and Mrs. Yang.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. What's up, here?
If you have your electrolyte mix, we can put that in one.
The ACG captain? Yeah. You want me to bring her over?
I don't know if shoot. I was at least hoping it would not pop up till like at least the halfway mark, but we can endure this. We've done it 3 times before, so gosh. It is what it is, so.
Let's try and get it in a position to hang in there. And if you need to put your foot there, that's fine. Okay. You get comfortable.
It was in the Island Aid Station. I saw how bad my feet were, and I immediately kind of clicked into a low moment. And so having Sarah there with me as I was experiencing that was crucial, because we were maybe 50 meters out of the aid station, and I just started crying because I was upset that my feet were a problem so early in the race, and I had this flashback of that pain, of this familiar pain that was now going to become a part of every step of the miles ahead. So I had a moment of venting, and Sarah just slips her arm around me and was such a friend and just encouraged me. And I told her, I'm sorry, I'm kind of losing it, but I'm gonna be okay. I think venting it made me feel a lot better, and then we just stopped talking about it and we just continued on.
I love having pacers for moments like that, because those memories are just as special as any race result.
What's that experience?
Yeah, holding down food.
Are you sleeping?
Hey, can we get
Yeah.
lots of ketchup mustard.
nothing I can do about it.
Nope. But it's way better than where you've been before.
Oh, thank you. All right.
Sorry. It's all right.
The rest has been so ugly.
Yeah.
So much.
Super proud of you. Oh, you are. Super proud of you, love.
Very superlative, my friend. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You got stuff to take with you as well? Yep. Okay.
I'll see you later, okay? You keep it up.
Yeah, let me get some sun.
Sure, I'm sorry.
Starting out is tough, isn't it?
All right. So this next section, they said 19 miles.
18.
18 miles.
It says 17.
4,000 feet of climbing.
Yeah, just under 4,000.
All right.
We go up to around 9,000 at the highest.
All right. We're gonna get some good climbing in.
Yeah. There's a big consistent climb, a dip, and then another climb that's about the same.
Okay.
Leaving the aid station, I did have a lot of discomfort in my feet. I also belly-wise wasn't feeling great either. So all these things were starting to compound. Heat of the day was rolling up, and I knew, having done 3 of these, even though it's not ideal, you have to slow down and take care of your body right here, because it will pay back dividends in the end. It was still too early in the race, and I had to be patient and trust that my strategy was going to work. And so slowing down for that section in the heat of the day was very wise. Climbed up into Shea Mountain, and I was freezing. My headlamp was dimming, and it had been a while since I had eaten anything. I'm in second place at this point. I knew that I needed to take care of some things and stay focused on the fact that we are not racing yet. You have to still stay patient. And mentally, I needed quiet. I just grabbed Eddie and I said, let me just go change super quick in the car.
All right. It's pretty bad.
Is there a safety pin in there? I could use the one on my bed. That's not sanitary, but
My feet are in very bad shape. I don't want the aid station to see it. I don't want the medics to see it. I don't want other crews to see it. I don't want anyone talking about it. So I'm gonna sit in here. I'm gonna take care of the feet as fast as I can. I'm gonna eat as best I can. I'm gonna get warm, and I'm gonna get the heck out of here. I think I ended up sleeping for like 15 minutes too, but I was very focused on what I wanted to do and very set on not becoming emotional and overwhelmed by what was going on with my feet. But I knew the only way I could do that was just by letting Eddie in on knowing what was happening. That was a really crucial point in the race for me. That's it. Now we're gonna push all the way until the next day. So, there wasn't a 90-minute rest or a 30-minute rest anywhere for the race. So I wanted to see how far I could push on minimal sleep.
Yeah, go chop some wood.
yeah.
Got your reset.
Let's go get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have work to do. All right. I'll see you guys soon.
You got this, Sally. Let's go.
Summer was a great pacer for this section. Again, also someone who is an amazing climber, and we had a huge climb. She had paced me at Cocodona for almost 90 miles. And similar to Sarah, just like this really peaceful, joyful demeanor. And we talked, like the whole time. She really kept me awake. It was really nice to have her in the middle of the night as someone that was encouraging me and just like a strong runner herself, like leading the way up this big mountain. And as we climbed higher up this mountain, I mean, there was snow on the ground. It was very windy.
We got some snow. Woo!
So cold.
I had on like 3 layers and was still pretty cold. So the goal was just let's move as efficiently as possible to keep the body temperature up. And my mind was very focused on the fact that when I was done running with her, it was then time to race.
All right, I'll see you. Love you. See you in a bit. Go get it. All right, Summer, go get them.
At this point, the altitude caught up with my stomach, and I struggled to eat through the night.
How you doing?
So excited to get to the road marathon.
Woo!
You.
I'm so excited for the next 27 miles with you. This is going to be amazing. Aw, Summer made all of these for me.
She did.
She made so many signs for me.
There's
Aw,
stars
you're
up
the
here?
best. Thank you so much for pacing me. That was so much fun.
How was it out there, like overall?
Her attitude was a lot like
good.
it was really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
she
like a
was
lot
just
more upbeat. So really, it's just the only thing. It sounds like the food, really.
yeah.
That's,
She
like, not
said
bad.
0 about her feet. So I thought that was good.
That's really good.
Vomiting everything.
Sally, I have a ice bandana if you
So when I came in to pick up Billy, I knew that Elle was over an hour ahead of me. But this was also the section where I wanted to start racing. This was part of my strategy that I had patiently saved for, that I was hoping would pay off. I mean, I didn't know. Both Anne and Elle are such strong runners that, this was going to be a determining point in the race.
So you've been doing what you wanted to do, and so now you got 100 left, so now you can push because you're feeling good.
That's what I want to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
How did she look? She's so young.
We weren't here, so I don't know. We don't need. It doesn't matter. You're gonna do your thing, and you're gonna move really good these next few sections because you're taking care of yourself. So.
The purpose of having Billy in that section was to run strong and begin racing. So I needed someone that I had a very strong connection with that was going to help me stay focused, but also like pushing hard.
Yeah, she's moving great still.
We've been doing 10:30s,
Yeah.
which is like, oh my gosh, nothing to brag about.
No, but there's
But at mile 160, you brag about that.
hell yeah.
Picking up Billy and knowing that we were going to run a little bit more than a marathon together. And of course, we were very focused on catching the first place, a woman. We talked a lot, we laughed a lot. I mean, it was just like a good break. You know, the sun was shining, it was a new day. I felt really rejuvenated, not only just by his presence, but I was able that was the first time I'd been able to eat food in a while. I was excited on that section. I was excited about those last 100 miles. That really fired me up. I wanted to move 5 miles per hour on that road and really just make up miles. And by the time we got to the next crewing aid station, we had caught her.
Let's go, Sally.
You just have a seat, get refueled.
Okay. Same thing as last time.
Sally.
Really?
She's been here for half an hour. She's sleeping in a tent.
Well, we're leaving right now, so we're leaving in first place.
Yeah.
I knew that at that time, I needed to get in and out of that aid station. I needed to fuel. I needed to get warm for the night section. But as soon as I took first place, I told myself I will not relinquish this for the rest of the race. I will battle as hard as I can to keep this. And that was, you know, we had 70 miles to go at that point. We pushed really hard those first 5 miles of that section just to send a message. If anyone wants to catch me, it's gonna be a good race. It's gonna be a good chase. So, and I love that. I mean, that's what fires me up. Like, let's do this. We have some great competition. We got strong runners. Like, let's have a good race these last 70 miles. When I picked up Joe would be pacing me for 70 miles, the last 70 miles of the race. Like I said, Joe has a very competitive spirit, and I needed that. I needed someone that was gonna remind me, we gotta push, you gotta push, come on, we gotta pick up the pace. I needed that side of Joe to come out and just be alongside me, because that was the part of the race that I really wanted to push and just get everything I possibly could out of myself. And now I wanna keep on pushing up into altitude, into the freezing cold night.
We were at 10 last night too, and it was freezing.
Yep. Yeah.
You gotta go.
Yep. Yeah. Should be. Yep.
All right. Little descent.
Yep.
It's the last big climb of the race.
Winning sometimes means putting yourself in a state of temporary discomfort. These are, in my mind, these are temporary feelings, and feelings don't get to dictate what I do. You know, I work way too hard in training in my career to let fleeting feelings rule over what the goal is. Joe and I, we push in to the night, a lot of climbing, and as we start making our way to the next crewed aid station, just a couple miles before that, I start to lose control of my breathing in a way that makes me feel any type of comfort whatsoever. I'm having trouble breathing out, I'm having trouble breathing in. Joe then just encourages me to really focus on my breath out, focus on the breath in, try to relax. It's okay if you have to slow down. Like, if we can just calm down your breathing right now, it's gonna pay back later on. You still have a good lead. And I did. I still had, you know, I think I was like 5 miles ahead of the next woman still. And so we just focused on me just breathing. And man, 1 mile turned into 2, turned into 3 until we entered the aid station.
Yeah, I'm gonna move my eyes. minutes in the front.
I got the heater on for you.
Rough section. That was nuts. So much climbing. She is the altitude that really, yeah, not great. But I mean, she's moving okay. If
she's put a pretty big gap up.
Yeah.
Second and third.
Yeah. And she's in good spirits. I think it's just the breathing that's just been rough. But she's moving. She's hungry. She wants it, which is amazing.
The last thing I want is to give anyone hope that I'm fading away or that I'm struggling. And so I did what I had done at Shea Mountain. As soon as I came in, I told Eddie, I was like, oh, I need to change. And we just went straight into the car. And I shared with him, I'm having a very hard time breathing. I haven't been able to eat. I'm having a hard time even drinking. I'm really out of it. And if I don't fix this new blister on my foot, like I had new blisters that were popping up, blisters underneath calluses. I had to choose in that moment to not be so overcome about the things I couldn't control. I knew at this point, like, I can't change my breathing. The feet are getting worse. I need to at least try to start eating and drinking a little bit better. But we are getting down to the end of the race now. And because again, we have these amazing women chasing me, and they're pushing hard. I'm pushing hard. If I slow down, I'm losing this first place spot. This is it. Like, this is what we train for. This is like the culmination of the whole Grand Slam series and what I've been dreaming of. I have to dig deep and be okay with what's going on and still let that goal be the shiniest thing out of all the discomfort that I'm feeling
We're gonna
right
run
now.
fast. We're gonna hammer.
What time is it now?
We're gonna hammer.
we might.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Are we running at this? Yeah.
I don't know, not even 100 meters when I realized that the breathing situation was actually worse than what it was before. So it's kind of hard to talk about that section, because in this moment where I thought, if I can't control this, if I can't get a handle on this, I'm gonna lose first place and probably second and third, and I'm gonna be off the podium. You know, there's a point, I feel that, you know, even in life it's like this, where we feel like we've reached that breaking point and we ask ourselves, how much more can I actually take? Because on paper, I think I'm done. This has been more than enough. I always think about the story that I want to tell after a race. And especially in those last 30 miles where the discomfort was so great, I had to ask myself about what I was willing to endure. And I didn't want to wake up the next day knowing that I let discomfort get in the way of me reaching my goal.
The water was making me vomit. What is that?
You just need lights, probably.
Yeah.
It's the end of the race, so
That's right.
okay.
Just push this last fork and you'll be done.
It's only 18 miles. We got this.
We got this. Oh yeah.
Hammer it.
So we're going straight down.
Yeah, you've got gravel road and then gravel road.
All right, you guys. Thank you.
Take care.
I've dreamt of this since the beginning of the series.
about to become reality.
Yeah.
But you're about to do it.
Winning the last one I thought would be pretty cool. But there's still race left, so.
Yep.
I remember telling myself, this is worth it. This is worth it. I can do this. I've been here before. I know what this feels like. And I've crossed every finish line feeling this way. And I'm going to do it again. Sometimes we win not because we're like the fast and the best like athlete out there. We win because of our mindset of being okay with being uncomfortable. Because I still wasn't eating. I had a very hard time drinking. And calling upon past pain, calling upon past hurt and failures as a strength that I can get through this because I've done it before, that was just like fuel for those next 25 miles. It was just pure will and mental fortitude that was taking us through that section. Because up until we hit the pavement, I couldn't get the thought of getting past out of my mind. The Moab 240 race, I feel like, was a culmination and a building upon the other 3 races. I feel like everything that happened throughout the day was also a callback on the 3 previous races that ultimately helped me move forward, helped me move through a lot of discomfort, and also helped me believe in myself and what I was capable of doing. And I'll be honest, I don't think that I'm this incredible athlete that puts out amazing performances. I don't think that I've done anything spectacular in this whole entire series. And I feel like there's so much more that I need to learn. But I do think that I did a pretty good job at discovering how to be a better Sally. I really want to tell a story that's unique to me, and it doesn't need to be marked by medals. It needs to be marked by me giving everything I possibly can. I want to get to the last finish line of my life knowing that I gave every ounce of who I am. And that means that I'm going to arrive at the finish line a little tattered, beat up, broken, completely spent. But I can't imagine arriving at the finish line any other way.